Hi guys, welcome to Freaking Jeep. Welcome to Freaking Jeep. My name's John. I'm sitting on the front porch and made it home. Now, last night we showed you the Ocean City trip, which was fun and kind of liked it, and it was all right. But on the way back, we were going to stop at the Tuckahoe Steam Show, which is it's 184 miles divided in half. That's how many miles it was down and back. Takes about an hour and a half to get down there. It was a pleasant drive down and a little bit of rush hour on the way back, but not too bad. So we went down there today. Today is Friday. Met up with a real great guy, Wayne from Wayne's World Garage. You should check his channel out. He does a lot of sawmill and stuff like that. But anyhow, met up with him, and he made the show 100 times better because he had his little Kubota and drove us around. It was fun to meet somebody with similar like this, like that, like this, like that, and went through the flea market and did get a couple fleas. I'll show you them probably later. I'm not sure when. And I did a lot of videoing down there. Well, I think I did a lot of videoing. Not sure how much videoing I did down there because I haven't put it on the computer and see how much time it is. But I think there's quite a bit. Probably more than you want to see in one time. So what I'm going to do is give you some of that show tonight. And then tomorrow night I'm going to give you... Well, I got to get back to the world here. I think I can go a couple more days without having to cut grass, but it's getting tight. Can you see the brown around the driveway? That spray that I put on there is starting to get rid of that. And I gotta get back to taking care of what's going on here. I gotta water that apple tree. I hope it's still there because I haven't watered it for 2 days. But we had some. You saw the rainstorms we had. So anyhow, that's the plan. So I'm going to do a little bit of the Tuckahoe Steam Show down on, I think they call it Gateway to Ocean City Gateway. I'm not sure what that road is. It's I think it's Route 50. You guys can look it up. Great show, great show. There are 3 sawmills down there. I probably didn't do the show anywhere near the justice that show deserves because it's such a great show. It does cost $10 to get in, but let me tell you, it's worth it $10 to go in because every one of those big buildings that I went into, even the ones with the engines running, maybe the steam one wasn't air conditioned, but the ones with the motors and stuff, they're all air conditioned. So they know in the summertime it gets hot, and they got air conditionings in there to keep you cool. So if it gets too hot, you can go in one of those buildings and cool down. And that's exactly what we were doing today. They have a real good flea market, real good food, just fantastic. And somebody was looking out after me because the parking lot is on power lines, and the parking lot must be, I don't know, half a mile long. I don't even know how long it was. And as you come in the show, somebody pulled out. I had the 3rd space down. Choo choo choo. You don't get any better than that. That was a gift. So I guess they knew. Maybe it was senior parking. I don't know. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy some of the Steam Show. I really like the one. I'll probably put that on some, I don't know where I'll put it on, where there was a case power plant or steam plant or I forget what the actual they call it. It was just an engine, but it wasn't a traction engine. Power in the sawmill. That thing was thumping. That thing was really just cranking it for a 1-cylinder engine running that. They were cutting white oak with that thing, and it was a big white oak. So I think that's kind of what I like. I like the, I mean, it felt like thunder. The whole ground was, when that thing started kicking in, it was doing some serious kicking. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy the show tonight, tomorrow, maybe 3 nights of show and what's going on in between. I hope you stick around. I hope you hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're new here and I met you down at the show, welcome, because I kind of like everybody coming around. So I'm glad I saw you there, and if I gave out those little badges that I gave out, I probably gave out 150 of them. Got to order some more. I like giving those out. Puts something in somebody's hand. That's kind of neat. Anyhow, thanks for coming along, and that's what you're about to see tonight. I got to download it, and then you're going to get it, and get it, and get it. We'll see you now. Bye-bye. Hit the like button and subscribe, and tomorrow there'll be something new. Well, welcome to Tuckahoe Gas and Steam Show. It is Friday morning and people are rolling in. Look at all those tractors. we'll look at them in a little bit. This is just kind of where I am and what's going on. Oh, I forgot to say, this is Friggin' Jeep, and my name is John, and welcome aboard. Bye-bye. Well, we'll start here. International Harvester Refrigerator. Whoever heard of that? This is International Harvester place here, but these are Titans. Maybe they got bought out by them. We just kind of walk around and show you some of the stuff. I got a feeling that all these run too. Got a lot of grease on there. Oh, that one's pretty. Wonder if that's look at the crank to start it with. Yeah, that's Bobby Riggs. That's been up at the shows up the Durwood show where we saw down the farm in Durwood, Maryland. Buzzard Farm. Now I was down at Jeffrey's yesterday and he was making a part for that tractor yesterday also. Or a tractor that Bobby has down here. Tuckahoe, steam and gas. Look at that. Well, they got a railroad here too. I'll try not to zoom so fast and get you seasick. Look at all the internationals. I guess this is a one cylinder, it looks like. And this is where you pilot it from. Look at the spikes to hold these big tents down. Holy cow. Whew. I am just amazed. Looks like a miniature thresher. Alright, we'll bring it back a little bit more. Hi guys, I just walked down this whole row of tractors explaining each one of them, and I didn't have the camera on. But I was just saying I'd like to have an HWH, and this is a high cropper here, but it's a 420. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. If I find an HW, I'll do a video of that. 320, that looks like a road one. 720. I think this one down here is an H. Now see, I want an H high cropper because it's the old 2-cylinder. Let's get you another better view of everything that's going on out there. There's an orchard one that pushes the branches away from the limbs as you go through your apple trees. We'll be back in a little bit. Guys, do you remember this tractor? That was what my first tractor was, a Ferguson TO20. Here goes a nice Case tractor up the road with a blue shirt. Oh, he's coming in. Now I'm gonna make you seasick and turn around again. They had a heck of a rain. The rain that was in the show last night is what they got yesterday afternoon. But it's not too awfully muddy down here. It's kind of a sandy soil and goes in there. Now that's a Ford, looks just like a Ferguson. I think there were some kind of, if you do the history, they kind of played back and forth against each other. There's an interesting one over there I want to go take a look at. That looks like a fun one. It's pretty neat. Probably one of the first 4-wheel drive tractors. And it all steers. It's probably Ventrek or something like that. Probably got their idea from this. Looks like a pretty healthy tractor. It's pretty neat, but this is a little bit too modern. Good looking old truck over there. Well, we're at the third sawmill now. They got a healthy chunk of white oak there. Driving this one with steam. Take them a little bit of time to turn it over. We'll go down and look at that in a bit. This is also a frick mill. They said that case tractor on the other one's about 55 horsepower is what they reckon it's got. Hope that's a happy log. White oak. Look at that thing up there rocking and shaking. It bites into that log, it'll probably rock. There you go. I'm gonna move up a hair. They're into those lumber rolls. I think they got beginner eddies. They got those rollers like I got, like they made at the other mill. They need a hickory stick. There, they got it. Guess you've seen that before. I feel like I'd like to get in there and help them. That is a lot of log there. That's over 1,000 pounds, I'm sure. That's why I have the, he's just chewing the bark off of there. That's why I have that board off of mine. It just falls down in there. don't know what they're doing now. Push it in a little further, I guess. Hey, he should have taken the cut. Nah, he was in, that second cut is where he took the first one. I guess he didn't think the blade was going to clear, so he pulled it again. They're pulled into that log roll. That steam engine sounds healthy. We're going to go down and take a look at that. A little muddy here. This thing's barking good. That thing is barking good. I think you got a lot of pressure on that bad boy. How many horsepower is that? Here, let me look, see if it says. I can't read it. 50. 50. I like that. That's all right. That's got every bit of 50 horsepower. It's probably better than that. Old horsepower is rated different than new horsepower. I don't know what that noise is. Somebody hitting something. That governor's kicking in good on that thing. It's a rockin'. This thing's got a good governor on it. Kicks in fast and stays in. Feeding it what it's throwing out. He's got the hottest job here. See how quick that governor kicked in? That thing got some bark to it. You watch him when he gets into that log down here, this thing will start barking. That's a good chunk of white oak there. Now I know what that noise was. I didn't know what that noise was. What in the world is that noise? It's blocking them in half so they burn that. He's a good fireman. You're a good fireman. Man, if you guys could feel this thing, it is unreal. It's got a lot of feeling to it. And the smell of it, you smell that white oak too. Your one valve loosened up. The red one loosened up. He's a good fireman. That thing has got some kick to it. Now he's filling it through an injector.
Steadily throwing it in there.
Huh?
Steadily feeding it.
It's eating it too. Them guys down the other end got all they can handle with that log too, don't they? Did you find Wild Wayne? What? Alright, they're going to get into another log again. Same log, just got it marked, whittled down. You guys see sawing all the time, but you don't see one of these things all the time. Don't know where the noise is, but it must not be too important. All right, we're going to call it quits on this. See you later. Thank you.